Alright, so after flying this plane about 6 or 7 times, definitely feel that it gets a lot of negative attention. Totally understand why, but there's definitely two main things that you need to address in order for it to fly perfect. If you don't address these things, it's not going to fly so well. If you do address them, it's going to fly perfect. It flies very similar to the FMS F-18. So what you need to do is, first, on the horizontal stabilizer, I have mine down pretty far just because that's just how I like it. But if you don't go down at least 4 millimeters, your plane's just going to dive, and I can see why people are crashing them because it's really hard to get it out of a dive. Any E-flite plane, in my opinion, because they don't have a ton of movement in their servos. They're definitely not like free wing. So what I had to do is on the servo horn, I actually had to take out the servo horn, move it back it's like one increment, and then it came out perfect. I actually had to give it down trim in order to get it centered perfect to where I wanted. So mine's at like 7 millimeters, 8 millimeters. For my plane and the way that I fly it with the battery that I use, which is a 5800 roaring top, that's kind of where it ended up, panning out, and that's where it flies well. 5800 is it's great. I absolutely love this size battery in this plane. You could go bigger, you could go smaller, but I think the happy medium is between 5,000 and 6,000. That's just me. I fly with heavier batteries on every one of my planes, and I absolutely love it. So then the second thing's another big one. I think I was watching Gooniac's channel, and he kind of addressed this, and it made all the difference in the world. So there's a screw right here. And if you do not tighten this is going to be wobbly, and this is what causes your wings to touch. And if you noticed, I broke both my rockets. So I basically cut off the rockets from another plane, glued it on, and I actually think it came out really good. So yeah, definitely address those two things, because if you don't, then you're probably going to have a bad experience like those other guys did. So these are my planes, the main three that I'm flying right now: the E-flite F-18, the E-flite Spitfire, which I don't think I'm going to fly this one anymore because they don't make it, so I'll probably hang it up, repainted it, put a new scheme on it. I think it looks amazing. And then obviously the L-39, repainted it, reschemed, but this thing is a rocket. I put the 9-blade 80 millimeter from it's a free wing, it's an in-runner. I think it comes on the T-33, but that combination is insane. Watch my other videos. We clocked it in. The guy had a speed gun that was doing about 140, so super fast. But back to this, yeah, just wanted to address those things. Make sure that you figure that out before you fly it, especially the horizontal stabilizers. If you do not figure that out, or at least set it up a little bit correctly, you're going to have a bad experience with this plane. So once I did that and then fixed the nose gear, or at least tightened the nose gear, now I can fly in grass and I have zero issues. Obviously I put videos up of taking off in grass. So yeah, definitely do those things, and if you have any questions, just put a comment in the YouTube video.